As a scientist, I can tell you that Sundays are only 24 hours long. But with NFL Sunday Ticket and YouTube TV, you get every game every Sunday all in one place. That's upwards of 30 hours of NFL in one day. How can there be 30 hours in 24 hours, you ask? I have a theory. Magic. New users get NFL Sunday Ticket for 8 payments of $34.50 per month. Sign up at nflsundayticket.com. Local and national games on YouTube TV. NFL Sunday Ticket for out-of-market games excludes digital-only games and commercial use. Terms and embargoes apply. Availability varies.
Finish training for the day? Time to fight post-workout fatigue with Core Power Protein Shakes. They're packed with 26 grams of high-quality protein to build muscle and electrolytes to help hydrate. The nutrition you need to help your body replenish, rebuild, and repair post-workout so you can power on to the next one. Champion your recovery with Core Power. Visit corepower.com to learn more.
This episode is brought to you by LinkedIn. Healthcare professionals can lead their careers with LinkedIn. Discover jobs by specialty, preferred shifts, and even desired salary. From mental health therapists to radiology technicians, it's now faster and easier for healthcare professionals to find the right fit. Learn more at linkedin.com/healthcare. Side effects may include faster job placement, improved work-life balance, and increased career satisfaction.
And we just sit there and like have a glass of wine and write stuff. And like the idea for That's a You Problem is very much based on the fact that fans and people on the internet, like one moment they love you, you know, one moment they hate you, Monday skinny, Tuesday fat, you know, stuff like that. So it's nonstop. And it's like, honestly, for me, that's like, I'm okay with who I am. I love who I am. I'm the one of one. That's a you problem.
Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet.
Bonjour, you're watching Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet. My name is TK Trinidad, and we have an amazing show, and of course, nothing but amazing guests. He is, oh my gosh, we have to do the whole list. So she's
Tell the people.
I know, she's a fashionista, she's a producer, she's a musician. You've seen her on AAA, WWE, TNA, I know I'm missing MLW. Then she's currently on AEW and ROH.
And CMLL.
And CMLL. Oh my goodness. She is not just a wrestler. She's a trailblazer. Please welcome Taya Valkyrie.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming in. So it's so crazy. So I love to give people like backstage. So if you guys have been following Women's Wrestling Talk, I think this might be the 3rd or 4th interview that we've done.
Yes, but it's been a long time.
It's been a very long time due to the pandemic, etc. And I saw life, and I saw your album drop, and I'm like, hey, let me just see if she wants to talk about the album. And you made it happen. So first off, thank you.
Of course. So I'm happy to be here.
I thank you for coming. I appreciate it.
And from one trailblazer to another.
I know that part. Thank you. And from one Canadian to the other.
Yes.
Or from one ballerina to the other. Because I did ballet too.
That's right.
So it's like so many things. So the first thing, you change your hair so many times. I remember you had my braider for a hot minute too.
Yeah, for a quick second.
You changed your hair so many times. What inspired the yellow?
So I actually don't think that I changed my hair that often because I was like platinum blonde for years and years
but then
and
you
years.
did
the shaved head I had for years too. Like I had that for like from 2018 kind of to 2023. 2022.
Wait, then when did you braid your hair? Was it 2017?
It was like 2017.
Oh my God.
I had like horrible damage because I had been like so poor living in Mexico doing my own hair and I'd bleached all my hair off. So yeah, guys, don't do that. Go to the professionals. It's worth it.
Ironically, I did the same thing. I lived in Mexico for a little bit. I was burgundy. And then I came back and I just like, it was all gone.
Oh, it was broken.
Yeah.
It was a sad day. But then I had the short blonde hair for a really long time. And then when I did the yellow, I'd been wanting to do it for a while. And my hairdresser at the time, Marilyn, we had talked about it. And it was kind of this thing that I was like, I don't know, that's like a commitment. And I have been blonde for so long. And I always believe like from a marketing standpoint, if you kind of keep the same hair, it's harder to decide, like, or it's harder for people to go, okay, that's old, that's new, kind of thing. You're kind of like sticking to one brand, sticking to one look.
That's my agent told me.
Yes. So I really didn't want to like necessarily super change my hair, but also it's me and I get bored. I got bored. And I also think that in wrestling, it's really hard to find something that nobody else has really done. So I did it. I just was like, there was lots of blondes. I was bored. And I said, make me mango colored.
And ironically, when I saw you in the airport in Miami, I knew it was you before you even turned around. I was like, that has to be Taya.
I'm the only one. Guys.
it was so random. Like
it's very recognizable.
Like, yeah, at a Miami airport, like you just bump into.
Sup? Yeah.
So let's get into the music.
Okay.
So you released. You've been doing music for a while. So
yeah, we started last year. Around this time was when I first started having the conversation with my friend Jeremy Thurber, who's also known as Bleach X. He writes, produces, sings, incredible performer, has written for some huge artists. And I said, hey, buddy, do you want to do a Christmas song? And that's generally what happens in my life is like, it's just, I'm very, very blessed to have so many friends that are incredibly creative across all fronts. Singers, actors, producers, directors, bloggers, models, whatever.
It's LA.
It's LA. So, and so he was like, yeah, let's do it. And we just started coming up with ideas. And I was like, I really want it to be very campy, very me, like it's tongue in cheek, fun.
Yeah.
And making fun of the fact that, like in LA, it's never really like
it's just
snowing at Christmas except for the fake snow at the Grove, like the line in the song says.
Yeah.
So I really wanted to make it very that. And I think that we did that.
Yeah, you succeeded at it. And also the video was very much, I was actually telling a friend the other day, it's like, dang, I don't know if I want to go home to Toronto for Christmas because I really like Christmas in LA because one, there's no traffic. Everybody's
empty.
Gone.
Goodbye.
And you can go anywhere you want and actually experience LA as like a visitor. So, and then you don't have to deal with all the stuff. So
you can buy a giant foam machine and have a pool party.
And have a pool party in December. Like it's just it's a good look. So you had that song, and then you came out with the 2 songs recently.
So both of those also wrote with Bleach X and our friend Bobby Blueberry, who's also my co-host on my podcast, the I Don't Like That podcast. And we just like sit down in a circle, like we kind of think like in my walk-in closet and write music. Okay. We have like these pillows. I had to buy us pillows because we were getting uncomfortable, and we just sit there and like have a glass of wine and write stuff. And like the idea for That's a You Problem is very much based on the fact that fans and people on the internet, like one moment they love you, one moment they hate you, Monday skinny, Tuesday fat, stuff like that. So it's nonstop. And it's like, honestly, for me, that's like, I'm okay with who I am. I love who I am. I'm the one of one. That's a you problem that you don't like it kind of thing.
Yeah, I like it. When's the video dropping for that one though?
So we have already an idea for it. We just have to schedule it.
Okay.
But we did the morning after, which is obviously about the day after party. I wanted it to be very like campy house party, very Kesha, very like Katy Perry last Friday night vibes. And I think we accomplished that.
You definitely did. One thing I did notice, I don't know if it was your friend or your co-host, the guy that kept going back and forth.
Yes, Bobby. He's like the token. Like he was like, and I don't know if am I allowed to swear on here or say?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he was like, "Oh my God, Taya, am I a video hoe?" And I said, "Yes, Bobby, you're that. You're that girl."
Have video hoes anymore?
I don't know, but Bobby did it.
Okay. Well, there it is.
Yeah, the legs that we're walking past was like Bobby, John, and Bleach, Jeremy. So we were just, and Mickey Fitzpatrick did my makeup and my glam for that day. Our friend Justin Donaldson, who did the first music video, did this one as well. So it's kind of, our small little crew just creating some fun stuff for the world, bringing joy.
I like it. So is there more music on the way? Is it a full album?
There's a lot going on.
Okay.
So I just recently signed with new management for my music and my podcasting. I'm very excited. Yeah, we're just kind of figuring out what the timeline looks like. We're definitely already working on our new Christmas song.
Okay.
Because now I'm wrestling's Mariah Carey. You don't think I'm going to do a de-thawing like video for social when it turns November 1st? But yeah, so we're already working on a Christmas song, and I'm like thinking about like kind of what I want to bring to the next several songs / album / where we're gonna go moving forward.
Okay. So there's a lot of artists on the AEW brand. So are there any collaborations coming soon?
I mean, me and Layla Gray talk all the time about it. I'm so proud of everything that she's doing with her music, and we've been talking about Christmas stuff. We have to collaborate. So I would love to do that. I've also I've been friends with Swerve forever. Swerve,
hey
come on one of my songs. But yeah, so I mean, the possibility is definitely there.
Okay, yeah, because we did an interview with her, I think a couple weeks ago, and she actually said like you were on the top of her list.
Aw,
So
yes.
I'm waiting for that to happen.
I love her. She's great, and she's really, doing her own things apart from wrestling, and I think that that's so important.
Yeah, well, let's talk about that. It's one of those things where you have some wrestlers who they're just in that wrestling lane, like I'm just wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have wrestlers who are entrepreneurs.
Yes.
And they do that. So, you being in that locker room, is that a mindset? Like meaning that, you're just kind of born with, I want to do a lot of different things and I'm embracing the hustle, or is that more of a like wrestling is wrestling, I don't know what's going to happen with it?
I think it's generally, I've always kind of been like this.
Mhm.
Always kind of been like this. Had my fingers and everything and dancing and singing and this, like ever since I was a little kid. So, and I, like I said, get bored very easily. And so I like to find new projects and new things to do. And I consider myself an artist more than anything in the forefront. Being a wrestler is being an artist. So I just enjoy making things and making, being creative with my friends and my peers. And like I said, like I'm so lucky to have this like really chosen family, incredible group of humans that are around me here in West Hollywood. And we all are kind of doing the same thing and hustling every single day to like make our dreams come true and show up for each other and be there at the performance in West Hollywood or be there at the music video, release party. Like I just recently, me and Kayla Becker, former Braxton, were just in the David Hernandez music video, which is actually coming out tomorrow is the release party. And we just, like we're all friends. And so we're all just there to support each other. So it makes it it's work, but it's so fun.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about Johnny Loves Taya.
Yes.
One, I love the fact that AEW and you, I don't know who did it, put them all in one so you can watch them all in one shot.
Yes.
I appreciate that. Is there a season 2 coming?
Yes. So we started filming season 2 last winter, and then just life and things happen and stuff like that. So we're just like right now finishing season 2. I mean, with our schedules and the amount of things that I just say yes to on a regular basis, it makes it kind of hard. We're actually shooting 2 straight days coming up this weekend. But yeah, season 2 is coming. The premise starts with us, moving from the Valley to our new home in Hollywood, and the things that happen, in that process and in the new house. It's very funny, fully scripted. There's lots of cameos in it this time around as well, from Kayla from the MXM guys to RuPaul's Drag Race Scarlett Bobo. Like we have like all different types of people, within our world that come into the season.
Is your mom going to come back on?
Hurricane Lorraine has not been in season 2 yet. It's just been gotta get her in town.
I'm just saying, she was just a small snippet of it, and it was just, I mean, as a Canadian, I loved
she's
seeing
famous, she doesn't realize it. But yeah, hopefully we'll get her in at least for like the finale or something like that.
So how does it work? Meaning like, I mean, as much as you can give. So like you pitched the idea to Tony Khan, or you did it, and did you tell AEW about it, or did you pitch it to them and they said shoot it? Or
so originally the way that I pitched Johnny Loves Taya was that it would be our version of backstage segments. So that instead of us having just the regular, I'm gonna get you in this match on Friday, whatever, these little skits would be our version of that within the world of AEW.
Okay.
And then that kind of transformed into like, well, because that would kind of be hard to do and be doing it every single week. It turned into kind of this idea of doing these like this mini series on for YouTube. And basically John and I like came there with like the scripts and the ideas, and we have this camera guy and and Justin Donaldson as well. He helps, he writes, he directs, and he films, edits, everything. He's like our one-man show. And we just kind of started making it happen. But that was all, like it was my idea. And then we brought it to life, and AEW is obviously very supportive of it and had it exist on the YouTube channel. And we did, they advertised about it on Dynamite and on Collision on different shows, and when Rampage was around. And so they've been really, really supportive. So season 2 will be coming out soon. I don't have the exact date. It really is just about scheduling and finding the time.
Okay. So kind of going to the AEW ROH side of things, are you able, beyond, I mean, the show, are you able to come up with different ideas and, is Tony Khan the person you talk to? Is there somebody else?
Well, like I come up with ideas all the time. I'm a firm believer in being proactive and like pitching your ideas and, coming with something, because there's a lot of people and a lot of moving pieces. Will your idea come to fruition? you don't know. But coming constantly and keeping those creative juices going. And, you know, I talk to Sanjay, I talk to RJ, I talk to Jen, and those are kind of my main people that I go to with my ideas.
So so this version, because you've been with so many different promotions and you've been before AEW or at another promotion where they changed you entirely. Coming from that, you know, what was the version of Taya that you wanted people to see?
I mean, I always feel like she kind of has like this constant, you know, recognizable factor, you know, in like how she reacts and acts and dresses and like how I present myself and have this visual experience for everyone. And that's always like at the forefront of every performance or every time I go into the ring. I mean, this version of me is just like more grown up, I think, and more, maybe a little bit more of me outside, like me to a certain degree, I should say. I mean, I'm not going to the grocery store in like leather cat suits and corsets.
You're in Hollywood now.
I mean, no one would care.
I mean,
literally.
The Valley, maybe, but Hollywood, I feel like you can do anything.
Like we're going down to Pavilions on Santa Monica Boulevard. No one's going to say anything to me. But like, it's just, like I feel like she's just like a little bit more polished and a little bit more grown up and like just more confident, because I feel like even for myself, even with like the ups and the downs of life and wrestling and how everything is on these, you know, this grim world that we're living in, like I've really kind of come into my own finally with my confidence and how I feel about myself. And I think that shows, definitely.
Well, speaking of shows, so I saw you at WrestleCon. And I was like, damn, girl, what you been doing? Like you've always looked beautiful. But I've experienced the same thing too, where like it just, the weight is, you know, it's sometimes more voluptuous, sometimes it's not. Yeah. It just feels like
being an adult.
Yes. But it was just like, okay, I see you.
And the thing is, like, when I first started AEW, like, I feel like I was still like dealing with a lot of like PTSD or like stress and kind of feeling a certain kind of way from like the last 2 years, even from like the pandemic to that point. And then when I got to AEW, you know, I was a baby face. I'm not the best baby face. I like to think I'm better as a heel just because I feel more comfortable in who Taya is as a heel. You know, and then I was there and I just like was just not feeling it. And I was just not feeling confident in myself. And, you know, guess what? Like the internet is a harsh, horrible place. Yes. And people were saying like really horrible things about me, criticizing my looks, criticizing my wrestling, criticizing my career without even knowing anything about me. If you've only seen like this small little portion of me, like you don't know my, you know, catalog of work. Yeah. And I really had to just be like, kind of change my mindset to really not giving a fuck.
Yeah.
And I think that really changed the way I approached every aspect of my life, the way I went to the gym, the way what I ate at home, how I would, you know, getting more sleep, being just like be there for myself. Right. I was speaking so negatively to myself that even John was saying like, you would have no friends if you spoke to your friends the way you speak to yourself.
Ooh, John.
And I was like this, how dare you, but also true. And I really had to change the way I was speaking to myself because the worth and the pressure I was putting on myself was just like, kind of thing. And then I think you kind of saw that transformation, honestly, when I started dyeing my hair yellow.
So it all kind of coincides.
You know, like I feel like it was kind of like these like little moments. And then, yeah, over the course of like the last 2 years, I've lost 50 pounds and really kind of, you know, I feel like myself again. So I'm very happy with that. And if anybody wants to talk shit about how I look, I really don't give a fuck.
So did you do more cardio? Did you lift more? Did you just change your...
I really don't lift heavy at all anymore. Because also when you're training at the Performance Center, they have a very like, they want you to train very like Olympic lifter style. And I kept being like, if I lift like this, just by my genetics and how I'm built, I will look like a linebacker. And guess what? I looked like a linebacker. And so it was like kind of like going back into being like, hey, I do not want to look like this. It's not that I'm out of shape. I'm just carrying around so much muscle. So I like stopped lifting heavy completely. And some people will be like, that's, you know, why girls should lift heavy. I go, no. Everyone's different.
Right.
Every single person is different. You cannot put one, you know, gender or one type of person into one category. That just doesn't work. And so for me, it meant that I could not lift heavy anymore. I do a lot more cardio. I hike a lot. I do a lot more yoga. I do a lot of working out at my house. I just really focusing on the things that will make me a better performer and a better person and feel better every single day.
This is very LA. Like I love it. That's essentially what I stopped lifting heavy, did more yoga. Obviously, LA is full of trails.
Yeah,
like it's
I'm just
very,
a runyon.
Yeah, just
Carrying my dogs because they won't walk up the hill. Yeah.
The fact that you carry them, because I've been trying to. I just got a dog. She's 3, and I'm just like, I don't know if she'll be able to like walk the walk because she's a pug. So it's like, okay, do I really want to carry her?
Yeah, like the last time John and I went, we brought Bowie, who's like the younger one. He's the all white, poofy one. And we were like, he's hyper. Presley's very bougie and wants to sit on a pillow and eat sashimi and go to brunch. Bowie is hyper and running around all the time. So we're like, let's bring him with us this time. We even got him like little booty, like sock
for the
things
heat,
to protect their feet. And also because it's just really dusty and dirty and stuff.
Yeah.
And like, I'm like, we've gone so many times and there's been dogs everywhere. I'm like, I believe in him. This dog.
He's like, nah, I'm good.
He's like, Mom, I'm still an LA boy. Like, come on. I was like, do we need to get him like the doggy baby
Oh my
carriage?
God. I'm like,
should I do it?
So close. And I'm like,
and
I
lots
don't
of pug parents have those.
Yeah. And I'm
them
just
a
like,
lot.
I don't, I mean, there's things that I've already broke rules, like, you know, dog sleep in the bed. She sleeps in the bed.
Oh yeah,
It's like all
they
the
run our
things.
house.
But I feel like if I get the buggy, it's I'm
yeah,
gone.
and like so we were trying to get Bowie to run up, and this is also when I was like getting ready for my performance that I did in West Hollywood a couple of weeks ago, and so I was like running up Runyon singing because I was trying to be like learning how to when were the good times to take a breath and things like the things you don't think about really, and so I was like, come on Bowie, like, and I'm running backwards up this thing, and Bowie's just sitting there, and like people are coming down the hill with their dogs going, come on, Bowie, like cheering him on. I'm like, the LA of it all was like,
oh my God.
so he'd come run for a little bit and then he'd stop and he'd sit. And John's like, come on, buddy. Like, then we'd have to carry him, you know? So
At least
we
he's
tried.
light. He seems light.
He's
like,
5 pounds.
Oh yeah. So it's
Yeah, just a lot of fur.
So one thing that you did do, you carried 4 titles at one time in 2022. You have Mercedes Moné at 9. What is that feeling like? I know 4 is different from 9, but what does that feel like carrying so many titles? And then 2, what's your
It's
thoughts
annoying. You got to carry those in your carry-on. I don't know how she's doing it.
I think she had put something on Twitter, like she was looking.
Yeah, like she's like, do I need a bigger bag? Like, what do I do here? But yeah, no, it gets heavy. It's a lot of weight on the shoulders.
Yeah. So because you can't lose them. So
yeah, I was carrying them everywhere. I had them all in my carry-on. Yeah, it's a lot. And then, of course, because you're going through security, they are like, what is this? And then they open them, and it's a big thing. And like, you know, so I can only imagine what Mercedes is dealing with going through security on a regular basis.
So I am notorious for reading the back of the book first. I'm just weird like that. I definitely am congratulating Mercedes. I think she wants to go for 12, stuff like that. But in my mind, just fast forwarding, how do you think it's all going to play out? Because she can't, I mean, she could, but have that many titles for forever.
I always think like, it's her story to write,
right?
You know, I think she's phenomenal. She's been a trailblazer, you know, in this industry for a very long time. She's like gotten to where she is because of her work ethic and her passion and her love for pro wrestling. So I am also interested to see how it plays out. I've never wrestled her. But I also think that we complement each other very well, just look-wise and how we carry ourselves as heels. And, you know, so I'm very interested to see how it plays out. And I will be sitting there with popcorn and waiting for my opportunity.
So how does that work? Because I know you said you kind of pitch ideas to AEW, but how does it, like, is there a ranking system? Like, okay, because you also know who's like the number 1 contender and stuff like that, but everybody else after that, how does that work? Like, because do you pitch yourself like, oh, here's why I should have a match with Mercedes? Or
well, the other thing is like, I also believe that there can be stories that exist without there being a championship.
Right. Yeah.
Right. So if I'm not in the position, if Taya Valkyrie is here and I need to be here to get an opportunity at Mercedes, like I will pitch ideas that will get me to that place. I'm not going to go, I deserve to be champ now.
Right.
Like, I just feel like that's also
you want it to make sense.
Stupid. Like this is a story and we're trying to like get to a certain destination. And so I'm like, you know, trying to find a way for Taya to to get to that place where then it makes sense, and why Mercedes would even give me an opportunity.
Right.
Or why Athena would give me an opportunity, you know, or why Tony Storm would. So that's kind of where I'm at with my storytelling and where I want to get to.
MXM.
Ah,
I mean, it seems like you're having a lot of fun.
I mean, it worked out quite well, guys.
I mean, the outfits, you always wore amazing outfits, but it's like the outfits in this particular faction like took another level.
Oh yeah.
So like
She's our text chain about things.
So what is that like? What are your hopes for it, or are you just having fun?
I mean, I had to go to Mason and be like, Mason, I don't know where those fur boots come from, but we got to get you some better ones. Like, come on. No, like we all get along really well, and we all understand the place that we are and who we are, and like being the bad guys, the cheaters, the villains, the people like that you want to boo. But also at a certain point, like, and this happened to me in John and Lucha Underground, is like people start liking the heel because you're interesting and you're funny and you're bringing something different. And I do think that MXM TV is completely different than any other faction that exists in the world of AEW.
Very much so. Yeah.
So I'm very excited to see what happens moving forwards. If it's trios champions for the guys, if it's you know, any opportunity really, you know. And now that we have Seed, I can't even say it without laughing.
Oh my gosh, I saw it. I think it was
the commercial.
Yes, I was like, because at times I'm just kind of like,
what is happening?
Right, and then especially the ROH. Shout out to the ROH commentary team because
I love them. They're amazing.
They kind of float the line a little bit, and it's just kind of like, are you? And sometimes you just say, go with it.
You go with it, guys. And also, like, look at all these, like, funny moments that AEW has had. For example, like, Scissor Me Daddy Ass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, let it grow inside you from Seed. Doesn't seem that far off. You know? It's funny. People latch on to funny things because that's why we watch wrestling. That's why we want to be there and be entertained, you know? So if it means perfume bottles, or if it means foam fingers, or if it means, you know, Tony Storm and her gray, black and white when she comes out on camera, like all these kind of campy things that like make wrestling, in my opinion.
So I've noticed it, and so you let me know if you've noticed it as a wrestler, the difference between audience from WWE and AEW. I feel like there's a difference. Like AEW audience tends to be a little bit more grittier. Do you find that, or do you think they're all the same?
The weirdos.
The AEW?
The freaks, yeah. I love it.
Yeah, because I feel like...
Sickos, that's what it was. Sickos.
The sickos. Yeah, because I feel like WWE people is, you know, a little bit more... Like, you know, they're still there, but a little bit more buttoned up. Like,
yeah, here's the thing. AEW to me is the disruptor. Okay. They came in and they said, let's shake the cage a little bit and make people see this thing, which is pro wrestling, from a different perspective. Also bringing in a lot of talent that were more on the underground side of it. We're doing well on the indies, are international. Like, we have people from all over the world, you know? And so, yeah, we're a little grittier. And we are not scared to take the risks. And Tony is not scared to disrupt and to make people enjoy wrestling and see it from a different perspective. And I think that keeps it interesting. You know, you guys can keep your polo shirts and your boat shoes. I am totally okay with, you know, with what we're doing. And I love it. I've always felt that I'm an outsider in every aspect of my life. My whole life growing up, picked on, bullied because I was the one who wanted to do all the crazy, weird, you know, entertainment and theater and stuff like that. And, you know, like within wrestling, there's still that feeling of feeling like an outsider. And I feel like what AEW has done is almost like we're all a bunch of outsiders coming together to create another totally different, you know, not universe. I don't want to use that word, but like,
yeah, it is like a universe.
Like planet to live on.
So
ecosystem. I don't know. Yeah.
So you can answer. I know we talked about this, but if you want to answer it, you can. It does feel like WWE is, you know, positioning themselves against certain things for AEW, certain shows. You know, we don't know whether it's true or not, but
I have my conspiracies.
Right. Do you feel like that's happening, or?
I mean, we are here to shake, rattle in the cage, and we've created this whole other world, this whole other planet ecosystem for people to enjoy wrestling. And of course, that's going to bother some people, but that also, has created so many different opportunities and it's also created new fans and it's brought a different type of wrestling to a whole different audience, and WWE, this is a competition, I'm sorry, but it is. And like, we are always going to, I feel like competition is a good thing.
Yep.
And having AEW exist and Tony Khan creating his own little universe, it's going to bother them. And the thing is, like, we don't care. We're here to stay. And like, I'm very proud to be part of a company that is standing up and doing something different because I've always felt that way about myself. So,
the women's division, there are a lot there. At times it seems like, I think I was at Revolution. There's only 2 women's matches. Sometimes on Dynamite, there's 1 women's match. There are plenty of women on the roster.
Yes.
What do you think because you're a creator, if you had Tony's like, look, it's all you can make it happen. What would you do to, I don't know if the right words, improve the women's division, but what would you do to, shed a light on the women's division?
I mean, I think that it's important. I love how we have now like a lot more multi-woman matches. For a while, that really wasn't happening. And now you're seeing a lot of like 3-on-3s or, 8-woman tags and like things like that. And like creating more space and more time for women to be featured on television. I also think that having groups and factions is really good for that.
I love a faction.
And I mean, the proof is there. Like, we can all work our asses off. We're all look amazing. All these women are trying and grasping at every opportunity. And you will give me 2 minutes, I will make the most of that 2 minutes, and I feel like over time, like, this is unfortunately the world that we live in. Like, women have always, through every aspect, of jobs, every type of job, have always really had to like fight for our place. And like, I think we're doing it the right way and we're proving it every single week with the quality of matches, the stories, the promos, and so I think it's just, over only a matter of time, we're having women main event pay-per-views and we're doing all these things. So, when given the opportunity, we always shine. So I just think it's time.
Something that could be time you did, I think like 7 years ago, Housewives of Slamtown.
Oh, yeah.
Are we gonna?
What a throwback!
Are we
the Real Housewives of Slamtown?
Yeah, are we gonna be bringing that back?
I mean, why not? I mean, Johnny Loves High is very much in that realm too. I'm a huge reality show fan,
and there's plenty of Housewives.
I know, like. Can the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills just come knock on my door? God,
there's like, so how many? Well, I don't know if you want to give it away, but how many women wrestlers are in Los Angeles right now?
Not a lot of us.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, because I could think of, well, if you do Los Angeles and Vegas, I think
Vegas
has
Vegas has a lot more.
Okay.
Yeah, but LA, honestly, yeah, like I don't really see a lot of wrestlers out and about, like, other than like the people we know, such as like PJ Black, who's always like a super good friend of ours. Jack Perry lives here. Anna Jay lives here. Saraya lives here. But like, we're all kind of all spread out and all doing our own thing.
Right.
If we could do a Real Housewives of Wrestling, I'm your girl.
Who would be in that? Who would you choose? And it didn't matter location. Who would be? I think Housewives is like 4 to 6 people.
Yeah, it's like, there's like 5, 6, and then there's like the supporting, like the friends that are coming.
So who would be
that
that 5, 6? And if you were to cast it,
Katie Forbes.
Okay. Oh my God. Yes. Yes. Oh, that
100% Katie Forbes.
Yep.
Just because she's so fabulous, so entertaining. Love her and Rob. Chelsea Green.
Oh yes.
Me. Of course. Kiara and Diamante.
Oh yeah, because she also did that. She just did the cabaret thing.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Kiara and Diamante could be in there. Oh gosh.
So 2 more. That was like 4.
Aminata, because I really love her.
Okay.
And Lexi.
Oh yeah, that's a good.
Got a mix.
Yeah, that's a
of
good
all
mix.
different types of people.
Yeah, and supporting Melissa Santos.
Oh, see, like, and that's the thing. And then there's cheerleader Melissa that's in Vegas. Like, there's Anna that lives here. There's Soraya. There's like a number of us that could all be part of it. But yeah, that'd be quite a crew.
I think so, because I mean, obviously you had Total Divas, but this.
If you're allowing me to like pick from, if you're allowing me to pick from like anything, anywhere in every company,
yeah, I like that.
Mackenzie Mitchell, like who else could we put in there?
Yeah, there's so many.
Rosemary, why not?
Yeah,
we need a goth girl.
somebody make it. Somebody throw the money at Taya and let's make it happen.
I'll make it happen. I'll do it.
So you've been around, you've done a lot of amazing things. So first non-Mexican born person or woman to win the AAA championship.
Mm-hmm.
Your story as far as coming from Canada, ballet, wrestling, Lance Storm, and then everything else, meeting Johnny, everything that you're doing now, when it's all said and done and you're no longer wrestling, when somebody talks about you, what do you want your legacy to be?
That I was kind to everyone, that I was an extremely hard worker, and that I broke boundaries that helped make the next generation have an easier time.
Okay. And last question. You've been married to Johnny for 7 years.
Yeah.
What is the secret to staying together the rest? Because you travel together, you work together. What is the secret? You moved to Hollywood because Hollywood's crazy, y'all. You moved to Hollywood together.
In our dream home. I don't know if there's... I feel like we both work so well together, and we do a lot of projects even when we're not at AEW. Like, we're traveling every single week to TV. And then when we're here, we're also doing all our millions of other things. But at the same time, as doing things together, we also make time to do things apart and have our own interests and our own friends and our own, things that we like to do. But we always come together and make time for each other. I think is really important. And listen to each other. Guys, talk it out,
There it is.
And have small dogs and live your life.
Live life to the best. I mean, I want to thank you. When the nice part, I definitely want to give you your flowers for that. It's just, when I first started this, I was, just interviewing a lot of, women wrestlers, and everybody's been nice. And it's just like so amazing. It's one thing to do an interview and just like, okay, it's done. They were nice. But I've seen you in different places and you've just been so nice and so gracious to me. So I just want to appreciate you for that.
And thank you for like being a voice for women in wrestling. It's not often that we get interviewed by another woman. So we really, really enjoy it. And that's why I always feel comfortable coming here over and over again.
I no shade to the guys, but I feel like when you're talking about your hair, like I kind of understand.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. And you can relate to the things that I'm saying probably a little bit more, differently than a guy can.
Yeah.
But thank you for having me.
Appreciate it. Just in case people are not following Taya, even though you should.
Come on.
Oh, actually, the clothing line.
Yeah, so I stopped. When I went to WWE, it became kind of like a conflict of interest and I kept doing it while I was there. But then I also, when I left WWE and then got right back into I was wrestling 4 or 5 times a week.
Yeah,
doing indies. I was wrestling a lot. I just kind of lost the time to do it because I was doing everything myself.
You were super busy.
Yeah. And now with all these new projects, and that's the other thing, and I'm going to say this, AEW is so supportive of everyone doing other things as well and allowing us to, be in movies or do music or podcasting or dance, whatever it is. I feel like that's something that also sets the experience of being there apart from working for someone like WWE, is we are allowed to have these other identities as well outside of it. But I love clothes, guys. I have a problem. But it also just
you always look good.
Thank you. It just kind of, it just took over my life because I was doing everything myself. Will we revisit in the future? Maybe. I don't know. Did
you feel like after WWE, because you were everywhere, did you feel like it was a bad breakup?
Yes. It was like the boy you're forever in love with, and then you start dating him and you go, well, that was weird.
Yeah.
And no shade. I'm still thankful for that opportunity and that experience. And obviously were a huge part in John's career and everything. But I was there at a really bad time. I was there, my feelings were hurt when I was released, just like everybody else's. And it just sucks when your dream job, I should say, doesn't work out. But also it allowed me to have new dreams and to be where I am today and representing AEW and Ring of Honor and doing all of my other pop princess diva extraordinary things.
Yeah, it seemed like because I've been at dream jobs and I've lost it too. I know that feeling, but then it seemed like it fueled you to like, all right, well, that was an experience.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to let you, I'm not going to let this be I'm not going to let former WWE superstar be my last
Yeah.
thing.
And that was the other thing too, is like when people would say, well, former WWE superstar. And I was like, guys, I'm so much more than that. I did so many other things. That was such a small portion of my life. When I look back on it now, it feels like it was like,
because you were like,
I blinked and it was over.
Yeah.
And, and so I invite people to look back on my entire career because I've been doing this a long time. I love what I do. I commit to what I do, and I'm trying to bring the best product and the best performance I can for wherever I am. And that is right now in AEW and with Ring of Honor. And, and I will touch on this one more time, but a lot of the stuff and the narratives that people say online and things about different artists and wrestlers, just because we're in the public eye, people think that it's okay and that like we invite this into our lives, guys. No, it's not. It's still not okay. But I hope that I know that I'm bringing my best foot forward every single time, and with every opportunity that I have, that I am going above and beyond. So, yeah.
And so we can hear about this in your book coming out.
I
can't wait for this. I don't even know if you've started writing it, but I know there's gonna be lot of great stories in there. So
there's a lot. There's a lot of things that I will wait for the book.
Okay. And it's coming out.
Oh, I don't know. I have to when am I gonna find the time?
That part.
My friends always make fun of me here, saying that they're like, I don't know where you get the energy, and I go, I'm also Hurricane Lorraine's daughter. So I never stop.
And since you're on a podcast, talk about your podcast. Pitch your podcast.
So my podcast is called the I Don't Like That Podcast with me and my co-host, Bobby Blueberry. It's out every Tuesday at 8 a.m. Pacific time on YouTube, and as well as wherever you listen to podcasts. So you can get it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, everything like that. And it's all about pop culture, living in LA, music, fun, movies, drag, everything. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, you are busy.
A lot of Celsius is drank in my house.
I did. I was on the Red Bull train for a long time, and then I was like, I can't do this anymore. So I just
Red Bull still makes my stomach upset. So we're very full Celsius house.
See, we'll get off. There's a thing I heard about Celsius, and I'm like, I can't do it anymore. But we'll talk about. I don't want them to.
I know nothing. I will continue to be oblivious to all of this.
There it is. Okay, so where can people find you? Just in case they're not, you guys should. But where can people find you?
Well, you can find me on Dynamite and Collision, on TBS and TNT Wednesdays and Saturdays, as well as on Ring of Honor, which is on Thursdays, and then on social media at the Taya Valkyrie, basically across all platforms. And definitely make sure you are following the I Don't Like That podcast. Give us a 5-star rating on Spotify. Thank you. And the video interviews from our podcast and videos version is all on YouTube as well. So
there it is, the Trailblazer, Taya Valkyrie.
And get ready. More music coming real soon.
Thank you guys so much for watching Women's Wrestling Talk. My name is TK Trinidad. You can follow me everywhere at TK Trinidad. You can follow Women's Wrestling Talk on all social media platforms at www.talkpod.com. Thank you guys so much for watching Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet. Ciao for now.
Thanks for joining WWT. Don't forget to like us on all social media platforms at WW Talk Pod. Like and subscribe on all video and audio platforms, like yesterday, my G. And check out our website at www.talkpod.com. Thanks for watching Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet.